Happy New Year. It's Monday, our reflection on the rock for January 3rd. And I wanted to start the year with an attitude of gratitude, which I should really try to develop longer than just today. And thank you all for continuing to faithfully tune in and reflect with us and worship with us. And as we turn the year and turn the page, we hope that we're turning a chapter, and we all want a good new beginning. And this weekend actually, I reflected from a book that I got for Christmas. It's a little book of biblical reflections called By Lamplight. It's written by a Benedictine nun, Genevieve Glenn. And she has a little reflection on new beginnings, starting over, that I thought was very helpful. And most especially because this coming Sunday at church, we celebrate the baptism of Jesus. And baptism is a great start, a new start, reflecting on our own baptisms, reflecting on the baptism of Jesus, reflecting on the meaning of baptism. And apart from many other things, she writes this: who doesn't love a fresh start? New year, new calendar page, new possibilities. By a happy intersection of civil and liturgical calendars, January brings us the feast of Christ's baptism, foundation and reminder of our own. Baptism is the greatest of all fresh starts. The old self, with all its twists and shadows, is washed away. The new self is born from the waters. A gift to live, a gift to live into. She goes on to talk about how for Jesus, his baptism was a fresh start. It was a new thing. And she writes this: Jesus' own story warns us that a new start is only that, a start. The question every new beginning asks is, what now? As Jesus emerged from the Jordan, he heard God's voice call him my beloved child. But very soon, he heard another voice, this one in the desert of temptation, offering to rewrite Son of God into the story of an immediate, rousing success with no fuss, no mess, and certainly no crucifixion. The price? Stop listening to God, to God's voice. Listen instead to the tempters. Some of you will remember that in the Benedictine tradition and spirituality, we are big on listening. Anyway, what this made me start to think about, that as we begin a new year and look at Christ's baptism and reflect on our own and what that means, we understand that Jesus' story is also our story. The question is, who will we listen to? Will we listen to the God who calls us beloved? Or will we listen to those other voices that tempt us to a path that is not lived into out of baptism, but out of desert? My prayer for all of you, including myself, and for our congregation, and yours, wherever you may be, and your community, is that we will listen with the ear of our hearts to the God who calls us all beloved. Happy New Year.